Melania Trump's documentary hit theaters across the globe. CNN went to theaters across the US and found the audience was mostly made up of fans of Trump and the First Lady.
Movie live up to everything you were hoping?
I think so, yeah. I think I just come away from it with that she's a poised person, she's dignified, and it was nice to see behind the scenes.
She was amazing. She was an executive. She was a great model. She's gorgeous. Finally, we get to see a close-up and personal of her.
I thought it was awesome. Well produced. Told a lot of story that we hadn't heard before, so I loved it.
Do you feel like you got to know the First Lady a little better?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, she's beautiful and, you know.
That's obvious.
Just all that she seems to be.
Yeah. Did you vote for her husband?
Absolutely.
All 3 times?
All 3 times.
Our whole group was talking about how we really like seeing behind the scenes, like to see the day-to-day, aspect of kind of what goes on in their lives.
Yeah.
What did you like best about it?
I think because of their marriage, and I think they don't always portray their relationship as it is, and she has a lot of influence in that man's life.
But in this Washington, D.C. theater, it wasn't moviegoers filling the seats.
We came to the first showing in D.C., and it turns out it was a theater full of journalists.
The film has so far received negative reviews from movie critics. Preliminary projections suggest the film is tracking for a $2 to $5 million opening weekend. Its reported budget plus marketing cost Amazon $75 million.
Melania was directed by Rush Hour director Brett Ratner, which explains this scene.
Do you speak any English? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Here are some of my favorite reviews of the Melania movie. William Bibiani from The Wrap says, I have no idea why she was okay with this movie being released because Brett Ratner couldn't find the humanity in a funeral. Literally. Adam Olinger says, I'd rather rewatch January 6th. Kevin Fallon from The Daily Beast, I don't want to blow anyone's minds here or throw you off your balance when I inform you that the Melania documentary, now in theaters, is terrible. Jean Brooks from The Guardian says, the fun's not infectious, and the guests are a nightmare, and 2 hours of Melania feels like pure, endless hell. Nick Hilton from The Independent says, to call Melania vapid would do a disservice to the plumes of florid vape smoke that linger around British teenagers. Damn! They are savage over at The Independent. This screenshot is from Variety, says, Melania is a documentary that never comes to life. It's a portrait of the First Lady of the United States, but it feels so orchestrated and airbrushed and stage managed that it barely rises to the level of a shameless infomercial. Is it cheesy? At moments, but mostly, it's inert. I guess they're just savage everywhere. It has a whopping 10% on Rotten Tomatoes and is supposed to be the movie that has done the worst of all time.
Just in, apparently the new movie Melania is so bad even the Texas governor walked out. And he's been in a wheelchair for years! I cannot marry you, for my heart belongs to duty.
Huh?
What is he doing?
He's just...
So the Melania movie is set to make $1 to $5 million this weekend. They spent like $40 million to make it and another additional $35 million for, I guess, advertising or whatever. It's about like $75 million to make this documentary about Melania Trump. And it's going to make $1 to $5 million. You guys know what I'm thinking. Who the wants to see a documentary about Melania Trump? What does she do? I'm just kind of keep it real. Are they just going to show her making faces at Trump? Is that what we're going to watch? Is it an hour and a half of her going, I don't. No. Are they going to show her reading to children, her speeches that are horribly fragmented? What are we going to see her going, I hope that in this place called America, I want to let you know that my husband is happy with what America is great. And I hope that maybe... The are we talking about here?
I just watched Melania's documentary. It premiered today on January 30th, and I went to an early morning showing. There were only 3 other people in the theater with me, but it's a Friday work day, and it's nearly 10 degrees in New York City right now, so I'm not sure that many people would be at the movies anyways. The documentary really follows the 20 days leading up to inauguration in 2025. You see her planning various parts of the inauguration events, as well as really being hands-on with her fashion designing and her fittings. Outside of that, she focuses a bit on the role that her mother played in her life and her legacy. We see a little bit behind the scenes with her and Donald Trump.
Hi, Mr. President. Congratulations.
Did you watch it?
I did not. Yeah, I will see it on the news.
Including a moment where she adds the word unifier to his inaugural speech.
My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier.
Lastly, she touches on how proud she is of Barron and how he's grown so much since the first time they were in the White House.
We have some news right now. The president isn't too happy because the first reviews of the Melania documentary are in. And while on Rotten Tomatoes, it's just at 6%. And the reviews themselves, well, they kind of trash the movie. Some say they would rather watch January 6th over and over and over again rather than watch this documentary. In addition, ticket sales across the country and really across the world have lagged. Many theaters had completely open seats on premiere night, which was Thursday night and last night. And that doesn't include the fact that some theaters, like I reported earlier this week in South Africa, completely removed the movie from their playlist. Based on all the reviews, it appears as though the Melania movie that was hyped up by the White House, premiered at the Kennedy Center, well, in a lot of ways it has flopped in theaters. And while the White House, and especially the Trump family, probably isn't too happy about that, happy about reading the reviews right now. I'll continue to provide you updates as we get more information. Spread the word and follow along for more.
Documentary ticket sales the first weekend. The top all time, Fahrenheit 9/11, adjusted for inflation, we're talking about $41 million. Melania's forecast is not anywhere close to that. $1 million to upwards of $5 million. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to know that this number, $41 million, is significantly higher than the $1 million to $5 million forecast, despite this movie getting a lot of press and this documentary getting a lot of press.
You want to know something you may not know?
Yeah.
I'm in this quite a bit.
Oh my God. I didn't realize I was standing here with a movie star.
Girl, Melania, they say if your movie was playing at the end of a race, they will start walking backwards, child. Child, your movie premiere in those movie theaters, they say it was empty, okay? Everybody on mute like it was Beyonce challenge. Girl, they was talking about, I don't know why you tried to sell out a movie theater and you couldn't even sell out a parking lot at a Dollar Tree. Now, they have to say that at all. Girl, if I was you, I wouldn't even take that level of disrespect, okay? Then they said that the movie in itself cost $70 million. Listen, I wouldn't spend 76 on it. But y'all first lady had her movie premiere and she couldn't even sell not one ticket. Listen, they was about to start giving away the tickets for free. Everybody was like, but listen, you couldn't even pay me to watch that movie. I would rather go outside, cut my grass with some toenail clippers than to go and watch. What's really getting me is that they spent over $70 million for this movie. Girl, you could have saved your money. You could have sent that movie over there to Tubi. But yeah, if y'all want to go watch y'all First Lady documentary, trust child, there's plenty of tickets left. Like.
Okay, I'm going to keep it short, sweet, to the point when it comes to this Melania movie because I did just see it. It's Sunday. It was a packed house filled with definitely people that are retired. I would say that. I was definitely one of the youngest ones there. I'm in my mid-30s, so yeah. But it was a very good documentary, very well filmed. And there's some key points that, of course, the media is not going to say because Trump. So, one, the first 30 to 40 minutes of the movie has nothing to do with Donald Trump at all. It only has to do about Melania and her sense in fashion and interior designing and the way she just is very knowledgeable in that field. So if you're into that stuff, I would highly suggest watching just that first part when it's on like a streaming service. Yes, towards the end, it is all about like the days leading up to the inauguration. So if you really don't like Donald Trump, probably shouldn't watch the second part of that movie, but the first part is really not that bad. It's actually really heartfelt, and it's mainly about Melania. You see a lot of humane, in-person, heartfelt moments in this movie just about Melania, not about Donald Trump, about her mother that passed away, about her goals of trying to foster children, have children go to homes with loving families, for cyberbullying to like calm down, especially for children. It's just a lot of humane ideas and thoughts that she has. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. I get it. Most people don't want to watch it because of, Trump, the name. But honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, if you get a clip of it, if you get a hint of it in your algorithm or something, watch it and see what you think about it. Because, like I said, half the movie has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has nothing to do with him. It has all to do with her. And like I said, she's just married to the guy. It's not like... She's just a different type of person. And she's a very strong woman. And you see that a lot in the first half of the movie. Don't listen to what a lot of this mainstream media is saying about it's awful, nobody's watching it. Trust me, these theaters are packed. There's even some humorous moments, like Melania just complaining about how she's wearing high heels for like 24 hours straight, which is like, every woman knows that is insane. Or, there's a few other humorous moments here and there, but like I said, it is a good documentary. It's not bad. At the end of the day, people have got to remember, Melania Trump is not Donald Trump. She's her own person. And that is what you see in this documentary. That's all you see. It's just her perspective. It's not a bad one either.
The truth of the matter is, Melania's movie flopped because, one, the folks who follow her husband really don't care about women at all. And they will let y'all play and tip through in service to their mission and values. But like Marjorie, like they about to do Christy, like they bid Nancy, they dropped Nancy off months ago, right? Miss Stefanik, every time they show y'all, once who's Miss Thing, Lauren Boebert, all the girls, use you, they pimped y'all out. They are your Johns. It's crazy that y'all don't understand how sex work works when you all have been pimped. Candace, they did, and that one girl with the bad weave is she from the DC area? That be out there with the bad Gilda. Anyway, one, they don't give a fuck. So it's a story about you. They don't care at all whatsoever. And you're not only a woman, you're older. They lived for you when you was the young naked piece standing next to this man who they know have no business being with you and or on top of you or on the side, whatever happened, Miss Thing. Two, they're broke. The children, they can't afford to go see the people's movies. Now, they will come out for a movie when they really want to, because there's been several faith-based movies that have had some stern showings in the last 12 months, huh? But yeah, they ain't got no money. They trying to pay for food. They trying to bounce back from the government shutdowns. They trying to figure out how they gonna pay for their medication and things, because yes, some things have been extended, but life is hard. They're trying to figure out how they gonna get their kids to school tomorrow, because gas is expensive as hell. So it is not a surprise, these numbers from, like, outside of there being no point to the content, which don't matter to the people who just want to flock to something. Because Brandy could put out a movie about farting, and I'm going to be there. But I feel like we don't discuss enough how misogynistic and dismissive of women and the value of women to this country that community is. That's why the only way they know how to protect women is to block a trans woman from the bathroom while blocking you from being in control of your uterus. Ooh, girl, it's nasty business.
These Epstein files are like Melania's movie. No one's ever going to see them. Melania treated the finance bros assembled to her thoughts on the power of storytelling.
What do you remember when you hear Rolling Stones? Michael Jackson.
Are you really trying to tell us that this dumb vanity project / corporate bribe is a work of art we're going to remember like the music of Rolling Stones and Michael Jackson? I mean, the only thing that reminds me of Michael Jackson is when it's bad, you know it, and it's bad.
My unpopular opinion is that Melania's movie makes a great first date because the theater will be empty. You can bring in food, you can chat. There's nobody around there bothering you. Great first date environment. Melania's first.
And a lot to talk about afterwards, I'm sure.
Move over, Avatar sequels. Here's another movie that wasn't necessary. Love the tagline to the movie Melania, the inspiring true story of how an online shopping billionaire paid millions to curry favor with the president. Am I in trouble? I can't wait for the sequel. Oh, it, just take the money.
I see the hand writing on the wall.
You're a rich girl and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on your old man's money. You can rely.
Shows that we ain't gonna stand shit. Shows that we are united. Shows that we ain't gonna.
The Hollywood Reporter writes this: box office, Melania heads for $8 million opening, the best showing in a decade for a documentary. On Rotten Tomatoes, though, there's a big gap between the critics' score of 11% and the audience score of 99%. Why this disparity here?
Because critics hate Donald Trump. He could have made Citizen Kane. They could have made The Godfather Part 1 or 2. And if Donald Trump were affiliated with it, it would get a 10% approval. Flip side, the fans, the actual humans that go to see the movie are Trump fans. I've heard the movie is good. I have not seen it yet. But congrats to Melania and the president. That's a tremendous success to have that level of revenue coming in for a documentary, as you said, best in a decade.
President Trump attended the premiere of First Lady Melania Trump's documentary, Melania, and he would have applauded, but these things are hanging on by a thread. Oh no. First Lady Melania Trump's documentary, Melania, is set to open tomorrow across 1,500 theaters in select markets. Great news if you're looking for a place to hide out from ICE.
I did go and see the Melania documentary last night. I'm going to tell you about it, but first, let's just look at this Rotten Tomatoes rating. So here you have the tomatoes, 70%, but let's just look at the audience ratings, 99%. And of course, all you're going to see all day by Hollywood, the mainstream media, is how horrible the movie was, how nobody's going out to see it. That was not my experience. I'm in rural Pennsylvania. There's snow on the ground. Yesterday, we actually meant to go see a matinee, but we were shocked when it was sold out. The movie theater was crowded. We tried to see the one after that. That one was sold out. So while we were there, we got like some of the last 2 tickets for the 7:15 showing. So we went back, saw it at 7:15. Again, it was crowded, all sold out. The crowd loved it. There was applause at the end. I loved it. I used to go and see a lot of fashion documentaries by myself, so this was really cool. It was beautifully done. It is definitely done to be almost just a piece of art, like a historic piece of art, which I think is awesome. You see the whole transition on Inauguration Day when they go into the White House. Super cool. But what, of course, cracks me up is, again, you see this disconnect from the people and then what we're told we're supposed to like. But I loved it. It was very crowded there. And yes, it was sold out all day.